I know, right?
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, so I at least have kind of a lot to say tonight, so I would like to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with shoutouts, and I have a bunch, so I'm going to use GM's prerogative, and I'm going to do that first. First shout out is to Allie. She did a lot of work compiling the guild survey results and, giving them, formatting them into a form that, we can sort of get an idea of what the feelings are of folks in the guild. And that was an immense amount of work, and I'm very, very appreciative of that, and I hope you guys are too, because this helps us figure out what we're doing wrong and what we're doing right. The second shout out I want to give is to the EK commissary in general. I'm actually personally finding that a huge help. I'm not having to go out and farm my spare parts for food anymore. So I really want to thank the banking team for that, and I know Jazzy's been helping some with that too, with organization. I don't know if he's an official member of the banking team, but he certainly is an unofficial one. And the third shout out I have is, in my opinion, the hardest job in this guild belongs to our team leads. And we actually have 2 team leads that are stepping down this tier. Kirat is stepping down as team lead of Valiant, and I wanted to both acknowledge and let him know that we really appreciated his getting that team started and putting it together, and he's still a very valuable member of this community, and I just, it's not easy starting a team from scratch. And the second team lead starting down this tier is Sale of iTeam, and he did a really good job of taking over a team, and a team that was sort of morphing from a mythic team to hopefully a cutting edge team, and he did a lot of work and dealt with a lot of issues, and he's stepping down this tier as well. So I just wanted to say, I appreciate both of them, and they've done a lot for their teams and for the guild. Does anyone else have any shout-outs?
Snow, did you get mine?
What?
Did you get mine, Snow?
Just the one. I thought you had a second, right?
No, did you do it though?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't have anything.
I have a ton, but they're in regards to the surveys, so I will wait until we get to that part.
I have 3. The first is a repeat of one that Snow just did, but I really feel like it's important for me to shout out Alessandra for her work on the survey. I know how much work it is because I've done it every year up until this year, and real life made it so that this year it wasn't going to be possible for me to do all of the work that it takes to run the survey, make it happen, make sure people know about it, compile the results, go through the results, share the results with everybody. There's so much work entailed with the survey, and it's well worth it. We get such good information from everybody who participates, but it's administratively a lot of work. So Alessandra, thank you so much for doing that this year. The Guild is much better for your work. I also want to shout out Wirio. Wirio has a position that hasn't always been very certain in its description, and we've been working it out as we go. But the one thing that she has always been is an advocate for Endless, and being that voice, that lead of Endless, I really appreciate it, and I just want to shout her out for all of the work that she's done for Endless. And my third shout out is a personal one. Because of real life and because I changed computers, I had very few add-ons, and one of the add-ons that I did not have on my computer was Weak Auras, and Infury got me started with Weak Auras again and helped me get my shaman situated for better throughput and better just better mechanics overall.
Hey, that's
And
me.
I wanted to appreciate
Thanks.
Inferi for getting me back in touch with the game a little bit better. And he didn't know who I was when he helped me, and that actually means a whole lot to me. So thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. It was my pleasure, and I appreciate the shout out.
All right. Does anyone else have some shout out? Whoever that was roboted really badly.
I think it was Nye.
It was Nye. Is that better?
Yep.
I've got some shout outs. I'm just bringing up my page here. So I'd like to give a shout out to Setson and to Scar Brothers. They both made some really big contributions to the Guild Bank this month that have made things a lot easier for me. I'd also like to shout out Wario. She has taken on doing all of my posters and stuff for the Guild Bank, and she's doing a wonderful job, and I really appreciate it. I'd also like to give a shout out to Empire and to Valiant. They've been super helpful with banking this month, with donations directly to the Guild Bank, and it's really appreciated. Thank you, everybody.
Anyone else before I move on to the next topic?
I don't know if it's really my place to say or whatever, but I do want to give a shout out to just the guild, I guess, in general. I just think it's awesome. I've been with this guild for 2 to 3 months now, and I've never seen anything like it. I think you guys just run a great show here, and it really is awesome. And I love the team I'm with in Benediction. Brando and Wumi is just really have helped me out a lot, so thank you. And you guys are really a great group of people, so thanks for being so welcoming and running a team that you guys do.
Hey, thank you. I love hearing that. Last chance before I move on to promotions. All right, so I have 3 promotions that I would like to start with, and then I'll see if anyone else has any to announce as well. The first is so we started a new team this tier, and they have been pushing really hard to try and represent the guild. I mean, all of our teams represent the guild, obviously, but they've been working really hard. And Mark, also known as Gomac, also known as Palpatine, and I'm sure he's got some other tunes I'm forgetting, but he has done a really good job in recruiting and putting together a team in just a couple months, and so I'm announcing that he has passed his trial and am promoting him to Royal Emissary. In addition, All That Jazz took over for sale at the start of this tier for iTeam, and so far he's done a fantastic job. Again, I'm announcing today that he passed his trial and am promoting him to Royal Emissary.
Yay, Jazzy!
Finally, as you may or may not know, I have been looking for people to help me more in a variety of ways in the guild, but in particular people that can help me set policy, help me do a lot of the things that are near and dear to my heart, including I believe one of the things I really like to see in this guild is people helping each other out, and Allie has been besides all the work that she did on the guild survey, Allie has also been working on some Mythic Plus training, and is working on some other training stuff, because one of the things that I really feel that we should do as a guild with our larger population is we should talk to each other and help each other out with learning and growing as players, and that is something that I have basically asked Allie to focus on, and so I am today announcing her promotion to Chancellor.
Sweet, thanks.
Congrats, guys.
I mean, more work.
You guys should be a lot more excited about this than we are.
Yay! Ellie's gonna do more work for us. Woot!
And with that said, I'm going to turn over. Does anyone else have any promotions to announce?
I have a promotion to announce. So I'm the team lead for Empire, and Mr. Swolfie, who's now known as Dumpster Fire, has passed his trial to be the ambassador for Empire. So he's actually the raid lead. I'm just the team lead. So he's not online to see this, but I'll promote his tune accordingly. That's my only promotion.
Did anyone else have promotions to announce?
I do.
Go ahead.
So I've had 3 gentlemen in the guild that have been trialing as Templars off and on for anywhere between a month and 3 months, and I've been able to just assign them random tasks in banking, and it magically gets done. So I would like to promote, in no particular order, Katarina, Muffin, and Boltari to Templars on the banking team. And I'll talk more about what they're going to be doing later.
All right, were there any other promotions?
I had promoted Mishka to ambassador for Kismet. I'd already done it, but
Yes.
I didn't announce it to anybody other than you.
One second. So next up is Gate of the Kingdom, and Belle, I was going to start with you.
Okay. I have very little to talk about. The shoutouts were kind of my thing today. One thing though, when people, for whatever reason, stop being on a team, they are supposed to move over to Endless and join the social side of things, and we have a home there for you. If you are leaving your team, you need to contact Wario and have her bring you over to Endless. She'll talk to you and get you situated. So I just want to remind people that's a thing now, and Wario will be happy to help. I really don't have anything else.
All right, so next up then is Kaylee for EK Horde.
Hello. Well, we have our Team Reckoning that is doing our thing, and we are having a good time with it. We do have our fun run that is on Sundays. In fact, we're doing it right now. So that's why I just now was able to step in. We're just taking a quick break. We still have the activities that we have. I don't think the Team Reckoning is still looking for anybody who would like to join. So if anybody is interested in just kind of spending time, it's just one day a week. It's just in the evenings on our Saturday from 9 to 12. Eastern. If anyone is interested with their alts or whatever to come join us and just kind of check things out on the Horde side, we're more than happy to, of course, have people who are interested. And it's a casual team, normal, heroic. And the fun run is on Sundays from 9 to 11. Again, if you guys have Horde alts that you would like to come and spend time with us on that, it would be awesome. We'd love to have you. Right now, the focus is just on getting the team more established and getting these herb runs, meat fish runs. The Mythic Plus night is on Friday night, and that has been going really well. And getting the fun run kind of a little more established. And then we're going to be working on kind of building more teams from there, but we have to get this one established too first. We have a lot of plans and goals for the Horde side, but we're just kind of taking it one step at a time right now. So as we kind of accomplish one step, I'll talk about the next step. I think that's all for the Horde side right
now. All right, so that leaves for State of the Kingdom, that leaves Eternal Kingdom Alliance. And I might have gone last because I have a decent amount to talk about this time. So first of all, I wanted to say that there is a new team forming, and Fire Pixie is the team lead of Team Quarion. Did you want to say a thing or two?
Sure. Hi guys, I'm Fire Pixie. So out of we basically created this team so that we could possibly fill a niche that we saw was missing within the guild. And so we're happy to be able to bring an earlier raid team into the guild. Our raid times are going to be, our raid days and times will be Mondays and Thursdays, and it will start at 5 p.m. PST. So if anybody cares to join us, hit me up after the meeting and I can go into more detail. The overall goal of the team is to create a very friendly atmosphere where everybody's working together. We're really pushing the team aspect. So that we all help one another grow, and we are looking at being a mythic progression team so that we're not going to be focusing on CE, but we want to go in there and clear as much as possible of mythic content before the next tier comes out. So I'll leave it at that. Precarious, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I guess exactly what you said. We all have lives. We don't know.
You're fading in and out a bit.
Yeah.
We don't have time to get.
Oof. Am I the only one that's hearing him really?
Yeah, I can't hear you at all. You start out loud for like the first 2 words, and then you trail off to a whisper.
Trail off.
I think your mic might be messed up.
Is this better?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I switch it back to my microphone. Anyways, so exactly what Pixie was saying, we're just looking to fill kind of a niche and also a time slot. It seems like it's either early or late in the guild. And also we're just, people, it's either, and it seems like the teams that we've had are either, AOTC or very early mythic progression or pushing cutting edge. So, and in that kind of there's some players that don't fit. They want to be a little bit better than AOTC, but probably maybe they're not cutting edge level. I mean, I guess probably like myself. So I think we're filling a need within the guild to, give people the opportunity to see Mythic at a higher level, but maybe also have like a normal, we remain on a normal schedule and it's not dominating our lives.
Yeah. I think that pretty much sums it up for us for the time being. Again, we'll both be available for anybody who has questions after the meeting.
All right, and then in other news, so we have now 4 teams that have gotten AOTC in the guild, and 3 of those 4 teams also have some mythic kills. So Eternal Kingdom is actually decently well represented on the front page of Proudmoore, which certainly makes me happy there. You know, I've been keeping an eye too. You know, all of our teams have been off to just a great start. It's really good to see everyone, you know, working hard, getting bosses down, and hopefully having a good time. So, and I just want to put it out there that in some ways, my personal views are being aired here, but I see raiding as almost like a sport, and I feel like there have been some, shall we say, unsportsmanlike conduct recently amongst some rival teams, and I really would just like to remind everyone that we're all in the same guild, we're all in this together, we all want what's best for the guild, and one of the things that's best for the guild is people killing bosses. And you know, you should be excited for all the other team's kills, not just your own. And I'd really like to see some examples of good sportsmanship going forward. And with that said, I would like to go ahead and turn over to, who did I have next? To community management, Leia.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I apologize if you hear hiccups or a crying baby. Hello everyone. So I obviously had my baby between last meeting and this meeting. So I have not been on as much, and I do apologize for that. But I do have my handy dandy Ambassador Ironstone. Iron has been keeping up with stuff, so I very much appreciate that. So if you take a look at calendar of guild events, it has been updated to reflect almost everything for this tier. The mythic run that was on Sunday nights is going to be heroic for a little bit, and I believe it's going to be starting next week instead of the week after. Spank, are you there? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm here. So basically, the theory is people that want to get their alts going, I'm going to start a weekend early, and we'll start doing heroic, and then we'll move into mythic the week after. So instead of starting on the 4th weekend of mythic, we'll start 3rd weekend and do heroic, and then go from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Spank.
Yep.
So, and everybody else is, most of our runs are just doing normal at the moment. Our 6 p.m. Friday fun run is back, and it is run by Bick. So if you want to get normal done and you can't stay up late and run with Brock, you can run with Bick, or you can run both of them. Anyway, I believe the Saturday run should be turning heroic soon. Iron.
Yes.
Is it turning heroic soon?
Yes.
Okay. Man of many words. Anyway, so that's really what's going on with the event. If you have an idea for something you want to run, shoot a message to myself or Iron. Please keep in mind that we need people to actually run the events. Ideas are fantastic, but we need bodies. I would love to see some new people who are not currently in leadership step up and help. I really like getting new people involved in the guild. I think it's important to have more than just the same people all the time, because it's great to have other opinions. So if you are interested, hit either of us up. I really don't have anything else to discuss other than social media stuff, which has been super awesome. Nirvana from S-Team has taken over YouTube and is the best it has ever been. So he would like to say a few things. So Nirvana.
Hey guys, I'll be real brief. Since the last guild meeting, some of you probably noticed that our YouTube channel has seen some minor changes, some major updates, and is really embracing both the new year and the new tier here. I know we did shout outs already, but I wanted to mention Mark and Flyners for their hard work making videos and helping me bring us up to speed on that front. That being said, there's so many teams who have yet to take advantage of getting their stuff up on the Guild channel. And to that end, if I haven't already reached out to you, please hit me up on Discord. In addition to the Guild meetings and the new tier content, we do have a couple other projects currently in the works, about which I am quite excited. So stay tuned for further updates on that front, most likely at the next meeting.
You can share the most important one that we talked about today.
We will be reviving Kingdom Cast, which if you guys have been to the channel anytime in the last couple of years, you'll know what that is. Basically a podcast put on by the Guild, Warcraft community built. We're right now talking about exactly how we want to manifest that, but that is something that we're really looking forward to. So that's what we've been working on. Like I said, stay tuned for further updates. And if anybody out there at all has any ideas or desires for the channel, don't be shy. I would really love to hear all about them. Like I said, Discord usually the best way to reach me. I share at least one server with all you guys. So I really look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And thanks.
I am super excited for the podcast coming back, I have to say.
Yeah, Nirvana is going to be my new co-host. It's going to be super fun. I'll have a baby in the background too.
First guest, done.
Do you say she's the first guest or the worst guest?
First.
Okay. Wow.
Lib flew at you like a spider monkey.
I feel like different people could have heard different things there.
Well, Jazzy also called her a parasite while I was pregnant, so.
I mean, technically true, but whatever.
He's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, technically, that's true.
All right, well, that's all I have. So thanks, guys.
All right, that means next up is Lily for recruitment.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So recruitment has been heating up as the tier has opened, which is great. This month we have had a total of 52 apps, which is up from, we haven't seen those numbers since August of last year. So we just want to keep those up, which is great. Of those 52 apps, there were 51 of them were for Alliance, and we had one Horde. Yay, Horde is back. And of those, 8 are open, all Alliance currently. The total trials out of those applications were 31. So over 50% of them went to trial, and only one of those, actually none of them are open. And one of those was, 31 were total trials, 30 for Alliance, and 1 Horde. Also great numbers. Total mercs, we had 2 to apply, 2 got accepted. And total social apps were 19, all Alliance. And those are the numbers for this month.
All right, next up is banking with Nishala.
One sec, running away from evil turtles.
It's a cycle of life, friend.
While we're waiting, can I give a quick shout out? I just remembered one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Swift Scythe, the DK that is in H team. Literally every time I see him on, if somebody has a question, he'll answer it like in his best capacity. I talked to him a little bit ago, saying that I really appreciate his time and effort with all the questions and everything, giving information on essences or quests or really anything. He's really made it a lot easier to get better at the game and at the patch. That's all.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead with banking. So, hi, everybody. Sorry, that's my 8-year-old. So, farming runs. I just want to say thank you to everyone who attends the farming runs, and a huge thank you to those that run them. We have several regular runs set up, so take a look in the Discord, find one that fits your time, and come join us. Even if you can't, even if you can't herb, please feel free to join us in Discord and chat and get to know some of the guildies. They're also listed in the EK Discord under banking farming events. If you'd like to start doing a farming run for the guild bank, please message Katarina. He's going to be working on setting all of those up and keeping things up to date in the Discord for us. We are happy to announce that we have a new farming run that's starting this month. We're going to have Thirsty Thursdays with Greymane, and that'll be every third Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. PST. So for those people that don't know, these farming runs allow us to supply the guild events with cauldrons and food each month so that our guild members can enjoy their gaming experience, whether they're raiders, casuals, or mercs. We ask that you donate 50% of what you farm to the guild bank from these runs, and whatever you donate gets you double tickets for the monthly draw of prizes. You can, of course, donate anything, anytime to the guild bank by sending them to EK Coin. Donations sent throughout the month will also net you tickets for the monthly draw. The January winners for donations to the bank are first place Greymane with Ruby Panther mount, second place was Avalinda with the Raider pack, and third place is, I want to say Leia, but I know it's not Leia, it's Leia maybe, I'm not sure, sorry, with 5 flasks of choice. The February most needed items are Star Moss, which will get you double tickets, and Rubbery Flank and Xanthid, which will get you 4 times the tickets this month. I'd also love it if anybody's got any spare parts, reach out to me and help us make some crit food. So donating these items anytime throughout the month will net you all those tickets for the draw. Please send those donations into EK Coin. So next on the list is guild raffles. From time to time, we have guild raffles or contests, and these contests help fund guild repairs, things we need to buy, like multiple types of things. And I'm really, really excited to announce that we're rolling out a new contest starting tonight and running into the next guild meeting. It is called the Spoils of Warcraft, and our prizes are, there's 2 of them. The first one is the Savage Raptor mount from the Warcraft trading card game, or a high detail character commission by Nariel Art. They're 10k gold per entry. Multiple entries are allowed. First place winner gets their pick of the 2 prizes. Those donations, send them in and win yourself something fabulous. You send them into EK Donate. It's a new character within the guild. She's in Eternal Kingdom, and that's where all of the contests are going to be run from. So I'll type the name out as soon as I'm done my banking report, and I'll post the poster up in the Discord.
You should mention how much that Warcraft mount goes normally in eBay.
So the Warcraft mount is usually a retail of about $350, I think it was US, and the character art is, Rio, help me out here, about $200. Hold on, Rio sent me a tell. Yeah, $200 value of the character art, and there is an example of the high detail art on the poster that I'll post up in the Discord. It's one of Wirio's tunes, Way Hot. It's amazing artwork. So either prize is just like super amazing, super awesome. If you have an idea or suggestions for a bank draw or contest, just shoot me a Discord and we'll work something out. I might ask to bring other people on board depending on what your idea is. So the next program I'm going to talk about, sorry I'm very chatty tonight, is the Transmute program. So the Transmute program, we have guildies that volunteer their daily transmutes for Anchorweed. It's running super smooth, and we've been able to supply all of our guild Anchorweed needs directly from the transmutes that people are doing for us. This is a huge benefit, and I would really like to thank everybody that does them. Katarina is going to be taking this transmute program over, so look out for the materials to be coming to you on Tuesdays like they have been. They'll be coming from EK Herb, and if you wish to take part in the transmute program or need to pause or stop, reach out to Kat or myself and we'll get you all squared away. You'll also be sending your transmutes back to EK Herb as well at the end of the week, and we'll make sure that you're getting tickets for that. The commissary program is now fully functioning and it's doing great. We've made just around 500K in a month's time, and that is growing pretty much every week. With EK Commissary, you're able to place your order through our order form by midnight on Fridays and have the items you requested to arrive Monday morning or Monday evening COD. You're also able to set up a subscription for a weekly standing order, and we're offering a 5% discount off the auction house items that you order. So that price is calculated Monday evening as we send them out, and prices tend to spike on Tuesdays, so they're usually at their lowest on Monday evening. So it actually has the potential to save you quite a nice little chunk of gold. The profits from the commissary will be rolling into the guild banks to help pay for guild repairs, whatever future purchases we might need to make, etc. Once you place your order via the commissary, you'll also be allotted tickets for the monthly banking draw. And if you have any questions, just reach out and talk to myself or Muffin, and we'll be happy to help you. Muffin is my Templar that is running the commissary for me now. And Boltari is running the auction house side of the guild, which is doing fabulous. Thank you, Bolt and Muffin, for all of your hard work with that. And I look forward to everything you guys are doing. You'll see Boltari doing from time to time some flash farms. So those are usually 15-minute farms. He's going to lot you tickets for the banking prizes on those. And those are specific materials. They might be old world materials or whatever that he's looking to craft something. He's also going to be starting this month, I believe, to be looking at some of the guild crafters and trying to get some organization done for mounts and old world transmutes and stuff like that. So if you're interested, if you've got crafters that can help with that, send out a message to Bolt and we'll get you on board. And if you have any other questions or ideas, you want to be part of a banking team, don't hesitate, reach out. I'm not mean, I promise. Well, I'm only mean when I shoot Nerf darts at Iron for gold, but you know, that's another
That's
thing.
not mean, that's profitable.
Thanks, everyone.
And so last but not least, that is the guild survey results. So I'm going to turn it over to Allie.
All right, so I'm going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. We asked people to rate their EK experience, and it has received a 3.98 out of 5, which could be better. But of course, these surveys are meant to make us better, so we do appreciate everybody who did respond. Some of the things that you guys mentioned. First of all, most folks, the reason they are happy is because of our community, the lack of toxicity, all the friends, that kind of thing. There are still a few people that I know are having trouble connecting, so we recommend that you reach out, attend events, reach out to your teams. If you're a social member, reach out to Wirio. If you're still having trouble, reach out to myself. We'd be glad to introduce you to a number of people in the guild to help you make some friends. Obviously, we can't make your friends for you if you are not online. It is going to be definitely very difficult to connect with people. Another thing is you have to understand there are some times, I know some people have said, hey, nobody will run my key with me or nobody will do anything with me. There are some times during the week, typically Tuesday through Friday, where there's a lot of raid teams going. There's a lot of fun runs. It's really hard to get groups going those days. So if you're having trouble at Tuesday at 7 o'clock getting a group together and you're thinking, man, there's so many people online and everyone's ignoring me, it's just that there's 5 teams raiding or prepping to raid, and a lot of people are really busy at the moment. So don't take it personally. But there are lots of ways to connect with other folks. You just have to be a little bit patient. And like I said, if you're having trouble, reach out. There's lots of people that are awesome in this guild who are helpful and want to run stuff. Speaking of awesome people in the guild, I'm going to do some shout outs that were mentioned. Specifically named people: Bick, Brock, Cosmo, Dancing, Gomac, or also known as Palpatine, Ironstones, Leia, Nishala, Snow, Wirio were all named specifically. Unnamed people, anyone in the community who will drop what they're doing and help each other out. So I don't have any specific named folks, but you all know who you are. There was a couple of you already listed under shoutouts before earlier tonight. Certain members of leadership were called out. the community team, the banking team, the recruitment team, raid leads and team leads were all mentioned, not by name, but more of a generality. The raid teams in general. So thank you very much for all of you folks. Moving on, events. A lot of people mentioned the events were very enjoyable, specifically the charity. Some people asked for more. More events, different types of events. You know, Leia and Iron are always looking for people to help out. We do not have people just sitting around waiting to be given jobs to do. Every single person who does an event or does a leadership thing, they do it out of their own time. They're not paid. If we are paid, I would like to know where my payment is. I'll take cash or check is fine. Large sums of gold, that works. But seriously, we need people to run things. If you're not sure about running something, you're not comfortable, maybe you need a little help getting things set up, Iron and Leia are prepared to help you, to get you on your feet, to teach you how to do it. I was not always a leader in this guild, but you know, you get a little practice, you get a little confidence, and next thing you know, it just comes really easy. So some of you folks have asked for some additional Mythic Plus things. So we are working on a Mythic Plus training event. It's going to happen every Saturday at 6:30. You do not need any type of Mythic Plus experience at all to attend. I'll have sign-up sheets and things up with Leia and Iron. I think, did I send it to you, Leia?
I don't think so.
All right, okay, I'll send it to you right after the meeting. But this will hopefully help people to be able to complete keys in time. Whatever your key experience is, we will work with that. That's not a problem. I would like to do a shout out to, I can never say his name right, Nevsington on S Team. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's been helping me out with running this thing, and he will be continuing to run this with me weekly. So huge shout out to him. I'd also like to shout out all of the folks who've been my guinea pigs as we try to get this thing situated and how it's going to run. Specifically, Star and Raylan gave me some really good feedback based on the run that they completed with us, which really helped to make the run a little bit smoother. Other things, Leia's already touched in on some heroic runs. She might be splitting those into a couple additional types. Some folks have asked for different PvP things. Again, we need ideas. We need people to run them. I have a few people with suggestions about tournaments and training and things like that, but you know, we need help. And then achievement runs. Achievement runs are easy to do, but again, we need people to run them. So, step up and we can get more things out on the board. Discord. There's been some Discord complaints. Leia has busted her butt to clean up the Discord. I don't know if anybody noticed, but a lot of channels have disappeared, been combined. We're still working on it. We are working on updating the resources pages. We are updating, hopefully Siri will have soon for us the role and class channels available. Ideally, you will not see these unless you opt into them. So if you don't want to see them, they won't show up for you. Those should be hopefully coming soon if we can get those figured out. But yeah, lots of things being cleaned up, coming soon, as soon as we can get to them. But hopefully you guys have liked the Discord changes so far.
I do have a Discord question.
Sure.
Because we have a Mythic Plus section, which has generally been pretty popular, especially with Mythic Plus players, which I am one of them. But what about heroic divisions? Somewhere where you can post that you're willing to run one that day, or how many side missions you're willing to run during that Mythic or heroic division, that type of thing.
We don't have a specific spot for it. I know you can actually run them. Like any of the open or push to talk channels are wide open. You can even run Mythic Plus in there as well. You could always try general, putting things in the general channel for now, or
or guild chat or something
or
like that.
guild chat. Yeah,
Okay.
those might be good places to go.
I'm always hesitant to add more channels because it clutters it up and then they don't get used. Like people have asked for channels and then they like.
And then people like me go, Leia, you're killing me with the channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's just such a large like mechanic in this patch. I was wondering if we could maybe combine the Mythic Plus and the Heroic Visions channels or something like that, so that way when you have one or two keys, you can post that you're willing to spend a little bit of time with that.
There's already a trade LFG channel.
Okay, that's where you put that? Okay. All right, excellent. Thank you.
Just FYI, that channel's public.
That's fine. It's
Using the
sometimes
key
more
channel
fun.
doesn't seem to be a bad idea either.
Yeah, or putting it in, just combining it with the Mythic Plus channel also, I don't think would necessarily be a bad thing.
Could just call it Mythic Plus and Visions or something. Just rename
Well, when I
Man
get
content.
busting around, I can do it.
Cool. Sounds good. Anything else for Discord? The death counters, I think, are gone. We have, like I said, the new class and spec channels that'll be coming up hopefully soon, so that you guys can ask questions and help each other out. That'll hopefully increase the collaboration between members in the guild. I know that as a paladin, I tend to stalk every single paladin in the guild's logs. Sorry, if you play a paladin, I've seen your logs. I encourage people talk to each other. If you have questions, ask questions. The worst somebody could say is, I'm too busy to help you, or I really don't know the answer. People in the guild should be at least respectable about declining if they can't help you. But talk to each other, ask questions, and nobody here is particularly scary. I used to think some people were when I first joined, because I was a little nervous around some of these people who I thought were had more seniority or were better players, but I'm telling you, people aren't that scary. So yeah, talk to each other, use these channels. Guild growth and progression. Obviously, Snow's already talked about new teams. Surprisingly enough, though, the GMs do not do the recruiting. The recruitment team that does not do the recruiting. The people who do the recruiting are all of the members of each individual team, like the team leads, their recruitment officers, they do the recruiting. All of you folks who sponsor a friend to join the guild as a social, you all do the recruiting. So in terms of growing the guild, that all comes down to each and every one of us. The recruitment team does an amazing job. I won't really talk too much about it because I think Lily already has. But I will tell you that WoW Progress now shows the availability for the teams to be listed individually. We currently have 3 teams on the front page, which Snow already mentioned, so hopefully that'll also help with recruitment. But if you are looking to have your team separate, you probably would like to talk to your team lead to have them talk to Snow about it. Leadership. We have some new things. As I mentioned, the references channels are being updated. We are going to be updating a list of the different officer positions, what each one does, so that you guys can all see what we do, what each one of us is accountable for, and if you help out, what you would be doing. So it's a more an easier to understand structure. And that way also, if you have questions, you know exactly who to take your questions to about what. So hopefully that will help to answer a lot of questions in regards to leadership. And we too are going to be working on some things to make ourselves better leaders for you. Let's see, what else do I have? Team. In terms of finding stuff, like I said, we're going to be updating resources, but that did rank 4.04 out of 5. So most of you at least know where the stuff is, but we're going to work on that, make it better. Teams. Shoutouts from your teams. Shuby, Case, Leia, Luke, Sale, Wild, Bick, Riz, Telro, Curat, Katarina, Anuma, Loriana, Moria, and Tanya have all been, were all shouted out by their teams as people who've contributed a little extra. Other people, Mercs, or anybody who's done any fill-in rating has received a shout out, and I would like to personally shout out everybody who's filled in for the Pantheon team, Jaina Mount Farm as well. All of the raiders who have been working hard, showing improvement, they have also all been shouted out as well. So if you are, working to improve yourself, part of the progression pillar, big shout out to you as well. Most people love their teams. 4.08 out of 5 stars for happiness on your team. Again, mostly because of the environment of your team. There have been some minor critiques, as with everything, and those have been shared with the team leads on things that could be better. There wasn't really much there, but all the critiques were shared with your team leads in terms of things that could be better. I think that's pretty much most of it for the survey. There are a few other little things that we are looking into, but I can't list every single thing in this meeting, otherwise we'll be here for 3 hours, which is how long the meeting was when we had it the first time. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful information, some things that are going to be great for you guys and that you wanted to hear. And if you have any additional critiques, comments, concerns, or any of the above, feel free to bring them up to some of the officers, and we'll see what we can do. We don't need to fix things just once a year. We're continuously trying to fix them, so. I think that's it. I think I covered everything.
Yep. I believe